everybody, this is Leslie. Alright, so let's take a look. I opened it up already. I put everything, the box and stuff to the side, because these are packaged like these. And again, I bought these fragrance packages that they had. This is the company that gave me the free fragrance oil, and it's Fruit Loops. So let's open this stuff up, and this is how they package it. So basically all they do is they wrap them in brown paper, which is fine. And these are 1 ounce. You can see that these are a completely different type of bottle. These are a clear bottle. Now, let's see. Actually, no, I bought these. These are all separate. They had a sampler. I think this is the one who did the sampler. Is this the one who did it? No, this isn't it. There was one company where they had a sampler and you were able to pick 10 fragrances of your own, and they gave it to you for a set price, so it was cheaper. It wasn't this company though. I wasn't sure which one it was, but it's not this one. Okay, so let's open them all up. There's a bunch in here. I'll tell you, this company had amazing fragrance notes in their descriptions. So some of these I am dying to smell. And I'm dying to see, because one of my favorite fragrances they had. And I'm going to see if it smells just like Yankee Candles. Alright, so this is the free fragrance oil that they sent me. It's a full 1 ounce. And like I said, it is called Fruit Loops. Hopefully you can see it. And these are 1 ounce jars, or containers I should say. Oh my gosh, and it smells just like Fruit Loops. It smells just like Fruit Loop cereal. Oh. I smell the citrus, like the yellow. I never really ate sugary cereals as a kid growing up. I never really liked them. I was more of a Cheerio person. But oh my gosh, the lime, the lemon, like the green and the yellow Fruit Loops stand out more so than any of the other ones. But you get that, the cereal, like the oats, you get that smell as well. That is really interesting. There is one thing though I do pick up. I think it'll be okay if it was mixed with something. But for some reason, I am getting the smell of furniture polish. I don't know. But I am getting that. So we'll see. But that, I think, would definitely have to be one that I would have to mix. Okay. So here we have Winter Wonderland. Let's see what this smells like. Ooh. Oh, I like this. This reminds me of Jingle All the Way from Bath and Body Works. But it's definitely, there's a lot going on here. I smell like a little bit, not pine, but like a wreath. like a Christmas wreath with like pine cones and cinnamon. Definitely there's cinnamon in here. Like the cinnamon that they put on the pine cones, I smell that. So that's what this kind of smells like. This kind of smells like a Christmas wreath. So that was Winter Wonderland. Very interesting. I need a drink. Yes, I'm using my British cup for my coffee. And then this one is called Mulled Cider. You definitely smell the mulling spices. You get a tiny little bit. It does smell like cider though. You get the apple. But you definitely get the mulling spices. You get a little bit of clove. No, it's not overpowering. I want to say you have even like a little bit of nutmeg. Very small though, a little bit. Interesting. I'm curious to see how that would smell. I think I would probably pull up the apple fragrance though. This one is called Autumn Night. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what to make of this. This is definitely a mixer. It's cologne-y. I want to say I smell leaves. It's very masculine, but I think this would smell really good if it was mixed with a more woodsy fragrance. So we'll have to see about that one. Let's see. Let me move my cup out of the way here. Alright, what do we got next? This was one I was really curious about. Bourbonsoaked Raisins. You definitely get the bourbon. I certainly smell bourbon. I get a tiny little bit of the fruitiness of a raisin, but I'm not sure if it's really raisin or something else. But there's definitely the fruit component there. It's good. I actually think this would be really good with a bakery if you combine this with a bakery scent. So, definitely a mixer. Alright, next one is Oak Moss. I don't know why it's not focusing. Try something here. Yeah. Oh, I like this. Oh. Very oaky. This is very woodsy. This, Shane, if you're watching, Tinkerbell. Definitely Tinkerbell. Oh my gosh. This is really good. You definitely get the when you have old aged oak barrels, when you're at a winery, you definitely smell that. You smell the oakiness of aged barrels. But it's got, I'm gonna say the moss component, but it's really, it's a definite mixer with other fragrances as like a background. But definitely Tinkerbell. I think Tinkerbell would approve. Alright. Next one is called Karma. When I read the notes in the description, I was like, ooh, that sounds really, really good. Oh, wow. This has patchouli in it. This is really good. I wouldn't mix this with anything. I think this, it's got a little bit of a citrus fragrance to it. But there's definitely the patchouli in there, and there is a flower fragrance in here, and I can't pinpoint what it is. It's not strong, but it's there. I like this one. That is Karma. Alright. They had Witch's Brew. Let's see what it smells like. Definitely not what I was expecting. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? I would definitely mix this with something. Like, I'm thinking patchouli. This is definitely a mixer. I like it, but it's very different from what I think I was expecting it to be. But I like it. I do smell the undertone of like what Yankee Candle does with their Witch's Brew. Like, this would be the undertone of the candle, like the bottom note. And then you would build up from there. But I can definitely smell that bottom note. This would be the bottom note of like Yankee Candle's Witch's Brew. I think if you added the patchouli on, and I'm not sure what the other fragrance would be, but I think it would be somewhat similar to the Witch's Brew candle. Alright, next one I have is called Hayride. Oh, this is interesting. Another cologne type fragrance. But I definitely get the feel of being out on a hayride at night, on a cold night, being all bundled up, and being on a carriage with a horse, pulling a cart full of hay. But the cologne scents are coming from the men that may be sitting around you. Interesting. I think that would go really well with either an apple or a pumpkin scent. So we're going to have to see. Alright, we're going to do vanilla pumpkin marshmallow. See what this one smells like. Oh yeah. Definitely Bath and Body Works. I smell the marshmallow. And it's the ooey gooey marshmallow. It's not the open up a bag of fresh marshmallows. It's not that. It's a campfire marshmallow that has been already charred and it's starting to ooze. I get that. You definitely smell the pumpkin. And you smell the vanilla. But the vanilla is not real strong. The top note on this is definitely marshmallow. I like this. I like this a lot. This, I think, would be, this may sound strange, this may go really well with chocolate. I think for like a hot cocoa candle. I'm going to have to try that. Alright, the next one I have is Harvest Spice. Right? Yeah. And I'm not getting desensitized either by these fragrances. Oh, wow. I know what this definitely smells like. This smells like Christmas potpourri. When you buy the potpourri bags from Michael's, it is exactly the same fragrance. It is straight up potpourri for Christmas. That's exactly. You smell the pine cone, the cranberry, the cinnamon. I mean, it's straight up potpourri. Absolutely amazing. It really is. That is a fragrance I have smelled for many, many years from being a kid. I remember that being in my grandmother's crystal, one of her little crystal dishes that she would put out at Christmas on her marble table. Pumpkin apple butter. Oh, wow. You definitely get the buttery component. You get the apple. It's good. It's a mixer. It's definitely one you could mix. I like it. I don't really get like an apple butter fragrance from it. I think if you added this to another bakery scent, I think it would be really good. Like if I had a pumpkin muffin or something like that, or any type of muffin, I think that would work really, really well. Just to bring up the fragrance notes to where it's more bakery-like. I'm going to leave that one for last. Here is Pumpkin Souffle. Again, this is a lighter, definitely pumpkin, definitely bakery, and a spice, like pumpkin pie spice. This one is really good. This one I think would be really good on its own. I don't know how strong it would be, but I do like this one. This one's Pumpkin Souffle. We're going to go with Woodland Foliage next. Oh, wow. This one is Eucalyptus, Pine. Oh, wow. What else is in here? Cinnamon, Pine Cone, the sap from a pine cone, terpene or whatever that's called. This one's really good. This one you could definitely do on its own, or you can mix this to be like a like a Christmas wreath. I think this fragrance would go really, really well if you called it like Christmas wreath or something like that. That too, I think, is really good for that. All right, we'll do Fall Magic next. Fall Magic. Oh wow. You definitely get apple, but the peel of an apple. I smell like leaves, being outside. What is those trees? Like a juniper? Maybe it's a juniper? I think that's what it's like, a juniper tree? Or a juniper bush? I get in here too. So like a juniper, apple peel, tiny hint of like pine needles. It's different. It's interesting. I don't know. I think I would mix this with something, but I think this could be really strong. This might actually be one that you may have to leave on its own, but we'll try it and we'll see what we can come up with. I left this one for last because I have a feeling it's going to be strong, but this is pipe tobacco. This is like a cherry pipe fragrance. You definitely get the, and I don't want it to sound disgusting because it's not, the used pipe, like after somebody has smoked the pipe, but it's not smoky. It's like the remnants of, this is definitely one you would mix. This one actually I may consider mixing with Bella. So I'm going to move this one over with Bella. I'm going to have to try that. But because I've got it on my hand. Oh, it smells really good on my hand. Like your grandfather had a pipe and he dumped it out and he's in the process of cleaning it. And if you were to smell that pipe, the inside of the pipe, that's kind of what it smells like. Oh, it's really nice on my hand. So, that is all from the Flaming Candle. So, let me know down below what fragrance you thought sounded the most interesting. I really look forward to working with all of these fragrances. I really do. There are a lot of different fragrances that I really would like to purchase again in the future. But I'm getting my feet wet, so I'm trying to be as diversive as I possibly can. I did buy these fragrances with certain candles in mind, so that's why it may be a little all over the board, but I'm trying to do the Halloween, the fall, the Christmas, and the winter right now, so that's why you're seeing a lot of those. But so far, those smell really good. They have a really good fragrance to them. So, alright, so that is it. Don't forget to please subscribe. Also give me a like, because every time you give me a like, it helps me, because then my videos can be seen by others who maybe don't even know that I have a channel and that I'm actually going to be looking to going into candles and candle making. So please don't forget to give me a like on the way out, subscribe, and check back, and I will show you the next company that I'm going to be working with. See y'all later.